sigh with the actors that express our lives. We don't seek victors or villains, or the modern axiom of whom shall trample upon whom, but the complex dance of bitterness of claws and fangs bit into themselves, mirrors of what we lived through. Rare small lives stand like monoliths, putting to shame the envious eyes. So we hide and put on our masks, as with age we wane and forget. Our natures fade from strength. Some grow vicious, some sad, wrathful, resentful, others mad with laughter. With the maligned called grimace, time was never for church's grace, for wise jesters like us. A beggar that stands like a giant, with nobility and things that see through his mind's eyes, heart and soul. His kindred to emperors in eyes of these spheres, or hefts of laurels is a crown, though had conquered noble son, for whom had nature of the great ones invisible glory that once won is forever engraved in that spirit profane. Despite the mud of each day that covers his mind and heart and blindness of did it happen? Was it but a dream, or was it something that I held once so dear that I loved to love stages of her theater? Were you thrown like a doll to ravaging misery, or elevated above the rest a trifle thing? And the petty enemies ask angrily, why and why? You're neither that, nor this, nor one to praise. They shan't match our lives, for we already lived, and know what was won and lost in the grave. Derivative sentiment that designate of this and that, 'twas or so. The supposers' lives busy with questions, while their mirrors show mere swine. We carry on upon carrion wings, upon the great dragon star, we tower above them, yet hold merely a small cup of coins for Karen. As they fall from passers-by, stories of ours are believable only to ourselves, and hells, yet heavens, that dwelt in their greatness deep within, that charged forward so many times and felt greater endurance. What of that? What of that? As I reflect upon the pages of history, those ancient Aram ziggurats razed to the ground, salt cast upon Aram's mighty fields, slaughter of every adult man, woman and child, we've lost whole empires already within. As I lost my starry-eyed wife and 2 daughters, the expanse of my nature and spirit's command, thus upon this barren dust, in whose sons of Malchiam saw reflections of kings of old in his own soul. We were loved by queens, and we joined the dust. My eyes mirror caduceus rods and wreaths of laurels. I wore so many crowns of compassion of the great, or the movement of my life, heroically, simply, what else to sense of that? We always seek acquaintance with genius. This is similar to our own. Thus, Merodach Baladan, that conquered Babylon, tries to be banished into desert tears, as I hung the dragon banners upon the mighty starry skies, with a broken silent yell rattling remnants under my flag, the loyal spread their mighty wings. To them I cry with hate and wrath, with a broken helpless voice, as it is stilled in silence, mortified, dry, painless throat twist, where wretches were invited to push another stinged dagger under my long, mature, wrinkling skin. My flesh is torn, my shadow soul stands proud, overarching life with ethos the heavenly phoenixes I release, with my thrice immortalized heart. Let them soar resplendent moments of long call, Keperu, the torn scallop of our hearts. The the turmoil, the dissenting rage of people who preserve the high-mimed arts, hidden voids of fates and distinguished their own lines, those destinies were never written by us, like Hobbes' Leviathan, let us moi, me comporto, so on, and demonstrated enough of thaumaturgic scale of miracles untold, and it was all forgotten witness and thrown to dust to dogs. A kingdom is to be found within every master's mistress's quite inscribed in her truths, a battle dwell, time to fade away from life and go close that book in farewell. Prosperous dream and over an aged walk away, no one reconciled, people seldom seen change. Zeus lightning strike to illumine the Platonic caves, and all they want is to go deeper into caverns, catacombs of this world, while the torches behind them promise them riches of shades. They never learn.